In the 1940s, when Oswaldo Guayasamin was still finding his feet as an artist, the world opened its doors to him not through calm, but through a chance encounter. His first exhibition in Quito sparked a wave of criticism. The works, full of pain and distorted faces, seemed unacceptable for academic art. But at that very moment, Nelson Rockefeller arrived in the city. Seeing the paintings of the young Ecuadorian, he was impressed, and within a few months, Guayasamin was traveling to the United States at the invitation of the State Department. In America, he saw large museums for the first time and became acquainted with world painting. But the real discovery would come a little later in Mexico, where he met José Clemente Orozco. It was there that he discovered murals, not just walls, but a space for the voice of the people, for memory and resistance. He sees how an image becomes a political gesture and understands that his brush must speak louder than any speech. This understanding will explode in full force in the mid-20th century, when Guayasamin creates one of the most famous and harshest series in the entire history of Latin American art. It would be called the Age of Anger. These paintings do not tell stories, they scream. There is no peace in them. The canvases depict contorted bodies, hands covering eyes and mouths, reaching toward the sky. These are not hands in prayer, they are hands of despair, suffering, a call for justice. The faces in the paintings are stretched, crushed, often without eyes. They do not need to be seen, they need to be felt. In the series The Age of Anger, the image of fear as a collective experience is born. These paintings are a response to the military coups that swept through Latin America. They are a reaction to the silence after torture, to women who have lost their children, to workers who disappear without a trace, to propaganda that erases humanity. This is anger that has been held back for a long time and has now burst onto the canvas. The paintings Tortured and Hunger, like Scream No. 3, are not just works of art. They are testimonies. Each of them is a story about what the state can do to its people. About how easily the body becomes a target and the soul a silent witness. Hands occupy a special place in these works. They are not part of the body. They are heroes of a separate language. Sometimes hands cover the eyes as if they do not want to see what is happening anymore. Sometimes they clasp the head as if trying to keep the pain inside. And sometimes they just hang there, tired, devastated, but still human. Guayasamin did not seek universal images, he painted humanity in a moment of decline, when dignity disappears and pain becomes the only truth. But even in this hell there was always a fine line between fear and resistance, between powerlessness and dignity. After these works, the world could no longer ignore Guayasamin's voice. He became a chronicler of the emotions experienced by those whose history did not make it into the textbooks. And it is these paintings from the Age of Anger that we are showing now, not to evaluate the technique, but to feel what words cannot express. And it is from this period that his next great gesture will begin, the painting Tears of Blood, created in the year Chile fell. But more on that later.